Nobody was even close to her. She had the ball. No defender was within 10 feet. There was no contact at all. And yet her knees suddenly gave out while she was attempting an easy, wide-open layup. Keep that moment in mind because just 48 hours earlier, Angel Reese had been in front of the cameras upset over a coach calling her a protected player. In less than 2 days, the conversation shifted completely from her public complaints to many people mocking the situation. In this video, we'll break down everything that happened, including the elbow incident that started the controversy, the backlash that followed, the coach who was suspended despite many believing it was unnecessary, and the unexpected moment that came next when Reese went down without anyone touching her. What do you think about Angel Reese's actions throughout this situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go back to July 17th during the game between the Dream and the Toronto Tempo. Angel Reese had the ball in the paint with Niara Sabally defending her. Instead of taking a controlled shot, Reese lowered her shoulder and drove straight into Sabally with a lot of force. The collision sent Sabally crashing to the floor as she immediately grabbed her ribs in pain. For a brief moment, the entire arena went quiet as everyone watched to see how serious the impact was.
To go, Niara Sabally able to get up, walk off on her own power, but she is certainly dealing with an injury. Look at the bounce. Could be ribbed too. It's just a tough place to take that. By the way, no coach's challenges available on either side now as you had unsuccessful. Well, looking at it again, it looked like Niara had legal guarding position on that. And I'm not faulting Reese in that, like you were taught, right? You take that power dribble, you're going up straight.
The officials ruled that Sabally had established legal guarding position, meaning she was exactly where she was supposed to be defensively when the contact happened. No one claimed Angel Reese injured her on purpose or accused her of trying to hurt anyone. It simply appeared to be a hard, physical, and somewhat reckless play that can happen during the speed of a competitive game. However, Sabally clearly felt the impact, struggling to get back up before leaving the court while holding her side and barely able to walk. She had done everything correctly on the defensive end, but still ended up injured after Reese chose to drive directly through her instead of avoiding the contact.
Just to kind of get a rhythm here tonight. So it will not be quite not established there. That's a good look there of it, not quite planted. Sabally, by the way, still on the floor.
Sandy Brondello, the Tempo's head coach, watched one of her players get knocked to the floor and immediately became frustrated with the officials. Her anger was directed at the referees for not calling a foul, not at Angel Reese personally. In the middle of her emotional reaction, she referred to Reese as a protected species, making it clear that her comment was about how she believed the game was being officiated. It was not aimed at Sabally, had nothing to do with race, and was simply the response of a coach upset that her player had been injured without a whistle being blown.
People with an average IQ understand that what Sandy said about protected species, there was no malice in that at all, right? When Australian players criticize other Australian players, or just athletes in general, especially in rugby, when they say protected species, what they mean is you're getting protected by the refs, right? Just think about Australia and protected species, like actual species. You understand what's going on there. It makes sense. But people with an average IQ also understand that being in the league like the WNBA, which, let's be honest, a lot of lunatics in there, right?
If you're familiar with sports terminology, you know exactly what that phrase means. It's widely used in Australian sports and in many other countries to describe a player who seems to receive the benefit of the doubt from referees on a regular basis. Commentators have even used the same expression for stars like Lionel Messi without creating any controversy. The meaning is simple. It suggests that officials rarely make calls against that player. However, instead of focusing on the hard collision that left an opposing player injured, the attention quickly shifted to the coach's choice of words. A player was hurt badly enough to leave the game, yet much of the public debate centered on the word species, rather than the physical play that caused the injury. What could have been a discussion about the aggressive contact instead turned into an argument over a single phrase.
Same lunatics that get upset when a woman raises everybody up, right? Brings them from flying coach to private, selling out stadiums, everybody's getting paid more. That's good, right? The same league, right, that does all this crazy stuff, acting like they want to be subsidized by the NBA again. That same league will come after her if she doesn't apologize. But you know what? It'll never be enough. Because look at the comments. You have people that are not happy with it. That's why you don't apologize to the people. I understand you have to, but you never apologize to these people because it's never enough for them.
That was the moment the entire conversation changed. Once the phrase protected species started spreading online, the focus shifted away from Sabali, the collision, and the missed foul call, and moved directly onto Angel Reese. Interestingly, Reese didn't respond immediately after the game. She stayed silent for about 4 hours while the discussion continued to grow across social media. By the time she finally responded, the debate was already in full swing. She tagged Sandy Brondello with a clown emoji and then shared posts from people claiming she was standing up for herself. Critics argued that her response came only after public opinion had already formed, saying it looked less like defending herself and more like joining a controversy that was already gaining momentum online.
Here we go again. Angel Reese, professional WNBA player and professional victim, is insinuating that Sandy Brondello, a coach in the WNBA, called her a protected species because she's black. Okay? Or at least, amplifying people. And obviously, she's insinuating that, right? Here's the thing. If you do any research, just a second, use your brain. Hey, instead of just being offended by everything, use your brain.
The league acted quickly by suspending Sandy Brondello for 1 game, issuing her a fine, and requiring her to apologize twice. Reports also said Brondello made repeated efforts through the Dream organization to personally apologize to Angel Reese, but Reese did not respond. The situation became even more controversial when Temi Fagbenal, a black player on Brondello's own team, publicly criticized the suspension and described it as unnecessary. Rather than coming from an anonymous social media account, the opinion came from one of Brondello's own players, who believed there was nothing in the coach's comments that deserved disciplinary action. Despite that public support for Brondello, Reese did not address Fagbenal's remarks or respond to her opinion.
And I'm sure everyone knows about the situation that happened last game, and I'm going to address this one time. First, I appreciate Sandy's apology, but I also appreciate the love and support that I have had for the last 48 hours. It has been very overwhelming, with a lot of love and also other things, but I am grateful that the league did take action on what the situation had happened. There's no place for discrimination or hate in this league from anyone, from fans to coaches to players. And I'm just grateful that we are able to move on from the situation and just play winning basketball. The WNBA is supposed to be positive, and we are going in a great light right now, so I just want to continue that and move forward.
Critics argued that Reese's actions did not reflect someone eager to resolve the situation. They pointed out that despite receiving multiple apologies from Sandy Brondello, she chose not to respond and instead allowed the online debate to continue without directly addressing it herself. In their view, if someone truly believes they have been treated unfairly, they speak openly, make their position clear, and then move forward. Instead, they felt Reese stayed mostly silent while others continued arguing on her behalf. They also claimed this pattern had happened before, mentioning previous controversies involving Candace Parker and the Indiana Dolphin noise incident, saying that each situation followed a similar path, where public opinion grew online before Reese publicly took a position, allowing attention to shift toward a new person at the center of the controversy.
Reese always has to be the victim. I mean, always. You never bend the knee to these race-baiting morons. She bent it. Here's what she had to say. Angel, I'm sorry. Last night in the emotion of the moment, after Naira's injury, I used a phrase that I shouldn't have used. Why? I'm reading the phrase to you. It's a figure. No. Calling a player protected species is common slang. It means the star player, dominant player, gets preferential treatment or better calls. Why should you not have used that? I mean, are you really that sensitive? Is it really that deep? The answer is no. You just need attention.
Some critics began questioning whether these situations were becoming a recurring pattern rather than a series of unfortunate coincidences. They argued that the delayed response on social media made the reaction seem more calculated than spontaneous. Despite all the online debates and controversy surrounding the dream for the previous 2 days, the WNBA schedule continued as normal. Reese still had to return to the court and focus on basketball. With the cameras on, the game underway, and every play being closely watched, the attention shifted away from social media and back to her performance, where the results would be decided on the court instead of through online discussions.
She's doing this, but just remember, Sandy, that regular people, we understand that what you said, there was no malice.
On July 19th, the Dream faced the Chicago Sky, just 2 days after the controversy had dominated social media. This time, the focus was entirely on the game, where only Reese, the basketball, and the scoreboard mattered. Her stat line was difficult to ignore. She finished 3 for 13 from the field with 8 points and 5 rebounds. It wasn't simply an off night by shooting standards. It was a performance that drew heavy criticism because she struggled to convert scoring opportunities throughout the game.
All 5. We got rolling. We got rolling. Hey, Reese, mouse in the house.
Oh,
Over the
easy.
top. Easy. Bloopy.
Ooh.
Damn. Oh, super duper easy. Bloopy. Oh, damn.
Many of the missed shots were not heavily defended. Reese had several open opportunities with good positioning, clean catches, and plenty of space to score, but she struggled to convert them. Throughout the game, her shots missed in different ways, with some falling short, others bouncing off the rim, and a few missing completely. The performance led to criticism because these were chances that players are generally expected to finish. Critics also used the moment to make light of the earlier protected species controversy, joking that even the basket seemed unwilling to give her any easy points despite the open looks she received.
Reese couldn't hit an elephant in the butt with a snow shovel. Damn. Couldn't hit an elephant in the butt with a snow shovel. Jeez. And you got fools claiming she's an MVP candidate. Damn. But she got 2 rebounds on that shot, man. That's awesome. Those basketball rims in Chicago are another species to make shots in. Oh man. 2 bloopies in a row. Not surprised. Wow. Angel couldn't hit water if she jumped off a boat. Wow. Wow. Protected species. Oh wow.
The shooting struggles were only part of the story. Later in the game, Reese went up for a rebound with no visible contact from another player, but suddenly lost her balance and fell to the floor. The unexpected fall caught the attention of everyone in the arena because there was no obvious reason for it. Then came the most significant moment of the night. On a wide-open fast break layup, with no defender anywhere close and nothing but a clear path to the basket, her knees suddenly gave out before she could finish the play. There was no visible collision or contact leading up to it, and she was unable to complete either the layup or the game. Reese left the court and headed to the locker room while her teammates continued playing without her.
Will be changing both to kindergarten level for her next game. How can I distract from this? I know. Tell everyone that Sandy Brondello made a racist comment. That's how you do it. That is exactly how you do it. How do I distract from my disaster classes? How do I distract from my disaster classes? Well, this is how you do it. This is how Angel Reese did it. Angel Reese blows the layup per usual, and then with her classic move, cries and undercuts Elizabeth Williams, claiming she was fouled.
Just 48 hours after the controversy over a coach's comment about officiating, Reese found herself dealing with a much more serious challenge on the court. During a routine play with no defender nearby and no contact, her knee gave out on what should have been an easy layup, forcing her to leave the game early. The timing led many critics to draw comparisons between the earlier off-court debate and the unexpected setback she experienced during live action. While those events unfolded in Atlanta, attention across the league also shifted to Indiana, where Caitlin Clark delivered a historic performance against Seattle. Clark finished with 45 points and 10 assists, becoming the first player in WNBA history to record a 40-point, 10-assist double-double, setting a new milestone with a performance that immediately became one of the league's most memorable achievements.
The shot clock at the logo. Step back, side step, 3 left wing, good! Caitlin Clark, a Fever franchise record, 41 points. And the Fever lead by 3 with 38 seconds to go. Timeout, Seattle.
Clark also became the fastest player in WNBA history to make 200 three-pointers. She and Kelsey Mitchell combined for 75 points in the game, setting a new franchise record for the Indiana Fever. Their performance showcased just how explosive the team's offense can be when both players are at their best. Supporters pointed out that after Clark's historic night, the conversation remained focused on her achievements, the record she broke, and the team's performance. There were no major off-court controversies dominating the headlines, as the attention stayed on the basketball itself and what had been accomplished during the game. Many supporters argue that Caitlin Clark faces constant criticism, from tough defensive play and controversial officiating to public comments from coaches, yet she usually responds by focusing on her performance on the court. In contrast, critics claim Angel Reese often becomes the center of off-court debates whenever her on-court struggles draw attention. They see the difference as one player answering criticism through results while the other remains involved in ongoing controversies. That contrast is one reason many believe Indiana is building something special in 2026, with Clark leading the offense, Aaliyah Boston controlling the paint, Kelsey Mitchell providing consistent scoring, Lexi Hull contributing in ways that don't always appear in the box score, and Sophie Cunningham adding toughness and energy. Together, they have developed a balanced roster that many believe is capable of competing at a high level by letting their basketball do the talking.
It is one of those calls you simply just have to make and catch.
Yeah.
Oh, the steal. She's going to have open runway. Lexi Hull will take it to the rim.
Supporters of Indiana point to the contrast between the two teams, noting that while the Fever have been making headlines for record-breaking performances and strong results on the court, much of the attention surrounding Reese has centered on off-court controversies and her difficult outing in the game that followed. They argue that success is ultimately measured by what happens during the game, where performances and statistics speak for themselves. Whether fans agree or disagree with that view, the debate continues over how players handle criticism and pressure. What do you think about Angel Reese's actions and the reactions surrounding them? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more basketball news, analysis, and the latest stories. Click the next video on your screen, and we'll see you there.